Three, two, one.
Good morning. Today is, it is the day before Halloween. It is October 30th. It is a Friday. It's Blue Friday. And we have your talent market update. And I said we because I also have with me Davina Clarity.
Who that is? Good morning.
Good morning.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday to you.
Halloween Eve. And
not to be forgotten, Christy Salcedo is holding it down on the backside.
Yep. She's an M&M today. Is it an M&M? She's an M&M today. Yep. Yeah. She's got the Halloween spirit dressed up.
Or Donna's grandpa would have called her a num-num, I guess.
A num-num.
He was Grandpa Num-Num because he gave away M&Ms.
Is she a peanut M&M or just a chocolate M&M?
I think she's just a nutty M&M.
Oh my goodness. Wow. So this is the last week of October. Sunday is November 1st. Tomorrow's Halloween. Just feels like this year has gone by so fast and been like in a time warp.
Yeah.
And everything is so different this year than we would have ever expected, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, everything is even tomorrow being Halloween. It is the 2020 version of Halloween. We have no idea what is going to happen tomorrow. We're excited but nervous at the same time.
I know. We have candy. I know that my kids they're saying, I want to go trick or treat, but then they're saying, oh man, I just want to stay home. They're like confused. They don't know what to do. We're ready to pass out candy. We're not sure how many people are going to be coming by to get candy. I've talked to people that said, we're not passing out candy. We're just going to leave a tub on the front porch. I'm like, wow. Yeah. So
no, my mom and her husband are not going to be handing out Halloween candy this year. Good morning, Donna. Because just the risk of exposure. I mean, they're cautious about it. I don't know. It's very interesting. Definitely, like you're saying, have heard a lot of conversation. People that are for it, some that are against exposing. There are some that want to give out Jello shots to the parents just for being brave enough to come out. So,
yeah. Wow. So we'll see. We'll see how the weekend goes. But yeah, there's a question. Will you be handing out Halloween candy this year? Let us know what your plans are for how. Yeah, like what's going on this weekend, right? There's a lot of events that have been canceled. We'll talk about what's going on later on before we wrap up today as well. So
yeah. Well, you know what? One of the first things is just to say we have a couple of anniversaries coming up. So flipping it over to here. Oh, well, here we go. Before we get into the news and the other stories, just wanted to say happy anniversary today to Saul Lemus out of the DuPont office. Sherilyn Bentley on tomorrow. Halloween out of our Olympia office. Kelsey Sibley, she is our transaction coordinator extraordinaire, serving all offices. And of course, yours truly, Christina Salcedo in the back office, doing it all on Thursday.
You said yours truly. That means that's you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did I not tell you?
You are
pulling like double duty now, so no one could take Christina's place. Please.
Congratulations, everyone, on anniversaries, and it's awesome. So glad to have a great team.
Yeah, and leading into that, the team helps us get prepped, and we have the new listings and open houses for the weekend. So with no further ado, here's our first one. We have our first new listing from Scott Haas out of the Olympia office. It is at 1358 89th Avenue Southeast in Tumwater. It is a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 2,270 square foot on a 6,000 square foot lot, listed for $467,900. What a great home.
Wow, very good. Yes. And now we have our Guy Guy Duval, out of our Lacey office. He's got a listing in Chehalis. It's actually beautiful. 140 Loganwood Drive. It is on 5 acres, just under 2,400 square feet. It's got just minutes to I-5. It's got a wraparound porch, 3-bedroom with a den, 3 bathrooms. Oh my gosh, just listed at $524,950. It is a brand new listing on the market, custom millwork. Lots of options on this beautiful home.
All right, and the next one we have, this is kind of cool. When you were looking for something affordable, this really, really hits the mark. This is from Liz Anderson out of the Olympia office. It's 3516 Harrison Avenue, Unit S in Centralia, Washington. It is a double-wide manufactured home. It's 2-bedroom, 1 3/4 bath, 1,248 square foot. It's a cash out, so this is one you want to go see because affordable housing is one of those things we all need.
Was that price $39,000?
It was.
Yeah. Wow. All right. And we have from our Lacey office, Ryan Filson's listed this new listing in Aberdeen, 1521 Laura Street. It is a 4-bedroom, 1 bath. It's got a shop on the property. It is 2,000 square feet. It's on a corner lot in North Aberdeen. It's got a new roof and new gutters and tons of storage. And it also is going to have an open house tomorrow on from 12 to 2. So check it out at the affordable price of $199,500. Whoa, we got to go to Aberdeen. Very affordable pricing. So check it out.
Very good. And we have one more new listing with an open house on Saturday and Sunday from 12 to 4 o'clock. This is from Garrett Lafferty out of the Olympia office. It's at 25208 103rd Avenue East in Graham. It's a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,668 square foot on 16,600 square foot lot size. So that is a little over 3/4 or 1/3 of an acre. So one owner home, panoramic views. This is one of those homes you have to go out and see, and you have the opportunity this Saturday and Sunday from 12 to 4 o'clock.
Oh, and here's one, and it looks like it is brand new and just went pending. We didn't want to miss the opportunity to just promote this home. It's beautiful, listed by Shannon and Lindsay out of our Lacey office, Team LNS, 4518 20th Way Northeast. And like I said, just went pending. 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 1,800 square feet in a really nice community. And it was listed, or it is listed at $337,500. Keep an eye on this one.
Yeah, and last but not least, bringing it up, we have Mill Pond, Olympia's finest community. This is, man, every time they come up, they keep going off the market, but there are homes that are already started right now. Go out, check out the sales office and meet the team out there. It's open every day from Friday through Wednesday from 12 to 5 o'clock. And when you're out there, it's about the 2400 block of Lily Road. You have to see it to understand what a great community, the amenities, and really, as much as anything else, the quality of the homes.
Yep, that's good. And that rounds out our new listings for this week.
Yeah.
Houses. So, wow, there's there, and as we're looking at what's going on in the marketplace, of course, with listings coming on the market and they're on and off the market, we also look at, not only what's going on in our office, but what's going on in our areas as a whole. So it's looking at that just in the last week and few weeks, year over year, of what's going on. And we kind of sound like a broken record, but it's really still interesting to keep on pace and keep updating everyone, and also are staying updated what's going on in the marketplace as well. So we've got some slides.
Yeah, as much as anything, it's called the market update for a reason, right? Because we want to give you market information updated every week and something a little bit different to help keep context of what's going on. So what we have here is we've got the from the Northwest MLS. So this is all the Northwest MLS areas that that the Northwest MLS covers. New listing starts this past week. You can see that year over year has continued to be higher than it was last year. It's as though the market really kind of shifted when we had that hesitation in the spring, and we're still going strong as we go from fall into winter. So 1,818, but you can see through the whole month, we've had more new listings coming on the market than we had previously last year when the market really had started to slow down, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then with the pendings, we also have significantly more pendings through the whole month as it's gone through. So every week, year over year, we see that increase because we've had more listings. And again, that buyer demand really hasn't slacked at all. And that led into what we see with the solds, which is kind of interesting though, because we did see over here at the top that the pendings have stayed strong compared to year over year. But it almost seems like a lot of the solds got moved or shifted a bit into the last week. And this past week, we actually had a drop in the number of sold properties. So the pendings that actually went sold. So it'll be interesting to see what happens this coming week as we wrap up truly wrap up the month of October. Good gracious, I have no idea what month we're in.
Well, just forget October. One more day, we'll be in November. So just start saying November because we're already there. Hey,
Yeah.
just January.
we're right around the corner, right?
Yeah, we definitely are.
And all that demand and activity has really helped to move the market along with the pricing and the appreciation as well. So this is the median price sold for all the homes that were up. There you can see through the whole year, it was like 422 compared to 510. And right now from 435, this last week we show here, 435 to 515, 80K in appreciation from the median prices sold. That's pretty significant, right?
That is, it's like nearly, I'm not doing from the math in my head, like nearly 20%. That's huge, definitely, year over year for looking at the week. It's interesting. Just a note, every seller or every homeowner, even though all these things are going on in the marketplace, the conversations that we can have, I got a call from a friend, past client, and we were talking about their home yesterday and the timing, and they're looking to relocate. And, again, she's like, well, it's fall, so things are starting to slow down. Right. And I'm like, no, no, they're not slowing down. As we typically see during this time of year, things start slowing down in regards to homes that are being put on the market. As we're going into the holidays, people are starting to get in that holiday spirit and feeling, and, they're expecting, guests, and they're going out of town. So it's not, usually we're not seeing as much market activity in a typical normal market. And, again, last year was different as well. We were seeing a lot. Our winters have been different the last couple of years, definitely. But, again, wow, this year is going to be, I believe it's going to be a record-breaking year for our fall.
Yeah, I'm intrigued to see what's going to happen over the next 2 months, because right now we cannot escape the Christmas decorations already in play everywhere, right? Yeah. So we normally do see a slowdown as we get into the winter months, into November, December, most specifically because of holidays, a lot of family travel, etc. But buyer demand, I don't think, is really going to slack. I'm interested to see what's going to happen with the inventory over the next 2 months. So whether people are going to continue to put it on, or if they are going to hesitate, and we're going to see a big influx in January, maybe a little sooner than we normally see it. Mm-hmm. Don't necessarily know.
Yeah, and then there's speculation with the upcoming election that things are going to change, and so we'll see very soon.
Well, you know what? With that, we've got just a couple of stories to because we try to just make sure you have information and not only tell you, give you a story too, but give you a little bit of context to the news that you might be seeing. So on these stories, we'll roll right through these. This is just going from here, Seattle Times. This is home prices shot up over the summer. Seattle's still number 2 in the nation for growth. So you can see kind of from the highlights, like prices around Seattle rose year over year by 8.5% in August. And that was the second highest rate in the country next to Phoenix, which was 9.9%. So the market around here is really, really hot, because when they mention the Seattle market, most specifically what they're talking about is King County, Pierce County, and Snohomish County. But also we get so much radiated heat from those markets down south, especially with the pandemic. So it's a foregone spring home buying season. So that was what we were talking about, having a hesitation into spring, but it seems to have shifted the market, the spring market, into the summer into the fall, winter. And we're just going to see kind of what happens over the next 2 months. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be different. Pandemic frenzy continues. So you can see what the national trend line has been, and then compare that up to the Seattle area. I mean, we are way above what the national market is doing. So that is from Housing Wire. We've been talking about mortgage rates weekly. It's like every week it seems like we hit a new low on the mortgage rates. Well, guess what? The trend shifted. So it rose from 2.8% to 2.81%. So we went up 1 basis point. Nothing at all, in other words. So it's remained steady. This is 14 consecutive weeks that the mortgage rates have been below 3%. And I'm not sure when they are expected to raise above that. So Realtor Magazine has a little article too. And all these articles, if you want to read a little more in depth on them, you can catch them in the comments. Chrissy posts those with the links as well. Hey, this is good news, right? More new listings are finally starting to emerge. And this is kind of a nationwide trend, but we saw it also with with our weekly update just before this. Buyers may finally be getting more housing choices. The market is gradually moving towards a more balanced market. And you may think it's like something that in real estate, would we want to celebrate that? Absolutely. Because we want everybody to have the opportunity to be able to afford and realize the American dream of owning a home, right? So for us, that's definitely something to celebrate in a more balanced market. With the weekly housing report for all Realtor.com, it shows a significant increase in the number of new listings over the previous week. And then again, that buyer demand really hasn't been slacking through this time. So click on the article for a little bit more. And then this is from Housing Wire. Is 2021 a good time to buy a house? So their thought or analysis is, yeah, definitely. Because first and foremost, interest rates should remain low through the time. Industry's major players expect mortgage rates to stay in the low 3% ranges come 2021. Fannie Mae expects it to be lower at 2.8%. Freddie Mac projects about 3%. That means this should be very attractive for buyers to be able to purchase a home, at least from the mortgage rate standpoint. Home prices will probably keep rising, which means that you have that opportunity for the appreciation. There's nothing to show that the buyer demand is going to slack, or that the demand is going, especially with those interest rates, that it's going to have a stall in the home price appreciation. Next is you have more homes to choose from. Again, with more inventory, you have more choices, which is good. And then just not forgetting that home prices or home housing is local. That's why we always try to get you local information, and why it's so important to be able to talk to somebody who understands the local market like we do, right? And then I've got one last little thing. Just check this one out. It's down payments are a hurdle despite low mortgage rates. It's an interesting article. If you are a first-time home buyer and you've never purchased a home before, down payments do mean something, but don't get scared when you see these things that like this part in the middle. At the start of 2015, buyers would have needed $36,600 as a 20% down payment, compared to today's market where buyers might need $52,000. There are a lot of mortgage alternatives, from VA, FHA to even less than 20% down, that you can qualify for with the low interest rates. Really could make it advantageous for you. And that was the news.
Well, good. Yes. And really good information. And I think just talking about that down payment, again, I think that goes back to real estate is local. So what's going on in your local area and the types of loans that are available and the types of loans that the lenders are providing. We're seeing a lot of low to zero down payment options available. So again, yeah, contact your local lender or your local real estate agent so they can guide you to get information that is relevant. So.
Yeah. And one of the things when you mentioned that too, Daviana, is when you talk about less than 20% down programs, they're not they're not being promoted in an irresponsible way. I felt like when the market had blown up and we had what preceded the crash was a lot of irresponsible lending, a lot of practices that were frankly bad for the industry. And they've gone through and really eliminated those. So this is really about having people that are well qualified, but are able to have some assistance in the purchase of a home, right?
Absolutely. Now you're referring to like the option arms, runaway. If anyone's
the runaway train.
Yeah. But yeah, these are fixed, are the loans that are going, it's like fixed, fully amortized loans at very, very low down payment and interest. So
yeah. Or even when people were doing 80-20 loans where they're essentially zero down, but they were taking two loans on the same property, signature loans where they weren't really qualified. It's a different market and more important than ever to get good information.
Yep. Absolutely.
Call us. We'll help you.
Yes. That's what we do. We love that part of what we do. It's education. So are you ready for like the weekend, Jurgen? What are you doing? Are you decorated with all the scary stuff?
No, not yet. That will be finishing up tonight and through tomorrow. Our middle child is so excited for doing this. So we will have our garage open. We're taking social distancing into account. So we're actually going to have an entryway into the garage, and it's going to double back on itself to the other side. So there'll be an entrance and an exit. We'll be monitoring that, but he is over the years just crazy about animatronics. So we have just a ton of them. He's super excited about it, and I'm very excited for him.
Yeah, that stuff is scary. I've been to your house and walked on your front porch during Halloween, and I wanted to run away. So,
and good morning, David. Yeah, sometimes when we haven't cleaned in a little while, I want to just now I'm playing. Donna will kill me.
I run away. We were looking at some activities for the weekend. And, it's interesting that there's a lot of things that have been canceled. Surprise, surprise, because of the pandemic. There are a few things that are going on still this weekend if you are interested in just getting out and doing something. So Yelm Cinemas is they're doing scary movies. So some classic scary movies are going to be on their big screen. So check out Yelm Cinema for their weekend lineup of Halloween movies. Also at the State Fairgrounds, there is, I don't know if it's related to Halloween. They could be kind of scary, I guess, dinosaurs. So there's a dinosaur drive-through. And just to let you know, they're not real, or maybe they are real, so dinosaur drive-through at the Washington Fairgrounds this weekend. And then there's Pumpkin Days at Point Defiant Zoo. So in Tacoma, there is go see the pumpkins for Pumpkin Days. And then there also is a Halloween JBLM drive-in movie this weekend. So check that out as well. So a few little things that are going on. Yeah. And there's one other thing that I saw, and it is for the connoisseurs or the tasters of the hoppiness. There is you might like this, Jurgen. It's Hoptoberfest, which is tomorrow all day at Top Rung Brewery. And then if you like Creole food, there's going to be a food truck, the Creole Soul food truck. I think Mince Mercantile is going to be providing some food there. Well, but you get to do some beer tasting and stuff like that. And it's going to be all day. You have to make reservations. They've got some sanitation processes and things going on. So check out Top Rung Brewery if you will want to be part of the Hoptoberfest Hoptober festival that's going on tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't know why we would stop at a tasting. It's
Yeah.
drink into life.
More than tasting, but there's
Yeah.
some seasoned ales and things that, you know, and I have no idea because I don't drink beer. But you know, sounds like fun.
And you know what? When you I took a quick peek in the comments and I saw my wife said, you know, she can't wait for me to actually get everything decorated, because right now all of the animatronics, all this the Halloween stuff is in our dining room when we first walk in. So yes, she is so anxious for me to get those out of there. And last week she went to, or was it last week or during the week? I can't remember which one. There is one other thing. If it should still be open through at least tomorrow, like during the day tomorrow, if anybody wants to do like pumpkin carving or anything else, Schilter Farms over in Lacey or the Nisqually Valley is open. She said it was packed with people going through the pumpkin patch and just picking out pumpkins to carve and enjoy.
Sounds like fun. So, you know, hey, it's cool. It's a good time to just relax, be with people that you love and friends, and put some movies on. I was actually, this is really crazy, but you know, that you know, you talk about, you remember the movie The Exorcist? You know, I saw it.
Sure.
Just crazy. So I saw, you know, we were just flipping through channels and I was like, wow, when you look at the difference in technology and what I was like, whoa, you know, I was flipping through the channels and just stopped on that one. And I was like, whoa, that was really old. But
yeah. Well, yesterday, Donna sent me an article, and I'd seen it prior to that as well, which was they did a scientific study on the scariest movie ever made. And based on having people hooked up and measuring, I think, like the whole thing, like their breathing and their pulse and their heart rate and all of that. Of all the, I don't know how many movies it was that they measured it against, but of all the movies, a movie called Sinister, which I think was an Ethan Hawke movie, but please, if I got it wrong, let me know. Don't let me know. I don't know. But Sinister was rated, or in this scientific study, came out as the scariest movie ever made.
I don't think I've ever heard of it. And I'm not a scary movie stuff. I don't, you know, when I was young, I used to want to watch the scary movies because I wasn't really allowed to watch the scary movies. So I really wanted to watch the scary movies. But as I'm older, I like thrillers, but the ones that are like the dark horror mine ones with the spirit realm stuff, that I'm like, no.
I still love like scary movies. And our youngest, Tristan, he gets such a kick out of scary movies. But when I was young, I used to like sneak up. So we used to have that upstairs, and downstairs the TV was downstairs. And we had a satellite dish, so you got all the channels out there. And I used to sneak downstairs when my parents were asleep. And I always knew when they were asleep because my stepdad snored so loud. It was so I would sneak down, and I'd turn on the TV and I'd listen really low, and then I'd be listening to him snore. So I always knew I was okay. Enough volume I could hear, but enough volume that it wouldn't drown out him snoring. And then every once in a while he'd have that little thing. And then all of a sudden, I'd turn off the TV, go to the bottom of the stairs, listen, is he actually asleep or not? If he was still asleep, I would go right back down. If it sounded like he was waking up, I'd go to the bathroom, flush the toilet, and go back to my bedroom.
Oh, wow. Things that we did back then, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a scary movie, but yeah. So, yeah, whatever you guys do, guess we'll go ahead and wrap up. But you know, whatever you choose to do this weekend, and make sure you just be safe and have fun. Yeah. And as we get into later in the fall and the winter, just, you know, and as we're in this pandemic season, you know, just to embrace the things that we enjoy. It's really important to do that.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. All right. Well, next week, so Monday we have Talent Talk. And then again, we have our lineup of all the activities that we do to stay connected with you and our market coming up next week. So make sure you join in at 8:15 on Monday for our talent talk.
All right. Well, ready to break it out?
Let's do this.
Okay. I said bring it out. I don't know what that means.
I thought you said break it out. Whatever. Yeah.
I'm ready to take it home. All right. On 3, we always end with a big be bold because that's our declaration to ourselves to step forward out of our comfort zone and do something that's going to help propel us forward. So on 3, are we ready? 1, 2, 3. Be bold. All right.
Have a great weekend.